Graduated from North Texas in 2009 and moved to New York and thought that I was going to start this career playing in jazz big bands, playing in jazz clubs and doing swing music like I had learned it. And then quickly met these other guys that were living in this place called the Clubhouse, which was this Victorian mansion in Brooklyn that, you know, there would be anywhere between 8 to 12 people living there at a time, teachers, artists, musicians, and it was kind of like this commune kind of vibe. And they were waking up. It was the first time I had met somebody my age who would wake up at 8 o'clock to work on something, because at this point I was sleeping in every day and just lazy. And so they were on a schedule. They'd wake up at 8 o'clock every day, make beats, and I was just infatuated. And I was working a full-time job at the time, but every time I wasn't at that job, I was at the house, just trying to learn, trying to get on whatever track was coming out. We were working with some different rappers and things, and I just was always, I was the horn guy. I would always put, you know, they'd be like, we need sax, and I would record. I'd be like, oh, I have an idea for this sax, and then I'm like, but I have like 4 other harmonies, and I'm like, oh, we just need 1. And so at a certain point, I was like, oh, well, I really want to just do like something with all horns. And I didn't have the software, so I was I could only use their computer, but at a certain point I was able to get the tools I needed. And as soon as I did, I sat down and was like, all right, let me try and do something. And my roommate had been playing this song, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, over and over. And I kind of became obsessed with it. It was really inspiring for me. There was a lot of music in it, the melodies, the flow that Kendrick had. And so I decided to do an all-horn version of it. And it was originally going to just be saxophones, but then I had a flute and a clarinet, which I was learning to play at the time, just kind of lying around. And I was like, oh, well, what if I did the little high bit on the flute? And what if I did the other high bit on the clarinet? And then what if I put the bari sax here? And then it started to come together. My roommate played trumpet, and I got him to replace a couple of the saxes. And then another friend came to stay with us who played trombone. I was like, oh, well, what if you just added some trombone to this part? And at the end of it, we had come up with this chamber orchestra version of Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe by Kendrick Lamar. And it, you know, I ended up putting it out on SoundCloud. This guy, I Am Nobody, remixed it, and all of a sudden it became, you know, it started to do what I had got a response I never got before. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe I should lean into this a little bit.